Hi there, I'm Dave Berry and this is my T90 serial number 1949. This has a very old African Paduak book match top. We've got herringbone purfling inside tortoiseshell binding. The neck and body came out of a factory closeout of a major Asian manufacturer that had the usual downturn of the last few years, so they jobbed off a whole pile of stuff. That's where the Ash body comes from. I've left it a bit distressed around the edge. It's quite a nice look. I'm not so much into relicking, but that was the way the body looked when it arrived, so I finished it and oiled it as it was. The neck is a slightly wider, slimmer Tele neck, which was made for PV but never used. It's identical to my mid-90s PV Steve Cropper custom Telecaster. It's a beautiful neck. But is not for the traditionalist, because it's not a traditional fat C neck. It's a little wider and slimmer, so it's really, really good. But don't go for this if you're a hardline traditionalist, because it's not the neck you'd expect. We've got a Joe Barden Telecaster bridge with the Danny Gatton cutout. Bill Lawrence L298S stacked humbucker. It's very Telecaster when you want it to, but it's got a lot of output, so it's a very multi-purpose guitar. The L610 pickup in the front, also from Bill Lawrence, extremely woody sounding. It's like a P90 with a bit more up-end character. The electrics are taken from my Model 1 bamboo-bodied semi-acoustic guitar. We have an advanced treble bleed network on the volume control so that you don't lose tops as you turn it up and down. The Q filter is a special tuning network that enables you to tune the sound of the guitar in any pickup position, from an almost acoustic-like sparkle to dark and driving. The 5-way switch gives you front pickup, both, back pickup, both pickups half out of phase, and then the neck pickup with 10% low end, 10% less low end, sorry. So what does it sound like? With the Q filter set on about 1/3, which is a default setting, we've got nice and light and bright. Typical Telecaster, a little tighter sounding than the mahogany version, which there's also a clip on, but very nice, slightly different, you know, with its own unique character. Both pickups. Front pickup. Half out of phase. Front pickup with 10% less low end. And the Q filter. If we turn it on to full sparkle on the back pickup, we get an almost acoustic-like sound. If we just, with leaving everything the same, if we start to bring the guitar up towards fat though, no volume change, just tuning the sound of the guitar. Now that works on all the positions, so sparkle, the half out of phase gets pretty thin sounding, you might not. Put a bit of fat in though.